I just wanted to quickly share something with you guys. I kind of touched on this in a message not too long ago, just a little bit ago, with a woman who sent me a message, and it kind of got me thinking about it. And it's like, okay, when I review my videos, it does kind of seem like I'm really chipper and positive and everything. And if I was somebody else watching myself, I would probably think, it would be easy to think, oh, well, she's just one of those happy people. Like, she's one of those, like, positive people. Like, the ones that just walk around just smiling all the time, happy as hell to be alive and everything. But I wanted to clear that up. Um, Majority of my life I've been a negative person, like extremely negative. I always am gloom and doom, see the bad side for the bright side, and yada yada yada. And it was at the breaking point of the problems with my teeth that I decided that I didn't want to live like that anymore. Like, I made a conscious decision. So I wasn't born this way or anything. Like, I made myself aware of stuff that can be so much a part of you for so long that you don't even realize it's just second nature to, you know, point out something negative before positive, or to be in a bad mood, or, whatever, because you've been doing it for so long. And I became aware of that, and I hated it. I hated that about myself. So I sought out to try and change that. And I'm really big on self-help, and I look up all kinds of stuff online, any kind of thing I'm having a problem with. I mean, I Google everything, like, how to wake up happy, how to get a better night's sleep, how to see more, how to be more positive, how to, whatever. Just, I look all of that stuff up, like anything that is an issue for me. How to stop complaining so much, how to stop worrying so much. A lot of the articles online are what ended up helping me overcome my panic attacks, my panic anxiety and stuff. So it's not like you're gonna be able to watch a video of somebody and their positive experience, or read an article or whatever, and have that instantly change you or make you a better person. It's an active approach on your part that leads to a better life. So, coming into this, I had a decision to make. And I want everybody to know that. I want to be very, very clear on that I did not look forward to dentures at all. I mean, you really don't know too many people who look forward to losing all of their teeth. It's not a happy time. And I mentioned, and I think it was the most recent video, that, there was that point where I didn't know if I wanted to share with everybody that I was getting them, or, you know, keep it to myself, or what. But I did not just embrace this. I did not just embrace this. I decided what was best for me and what would be best in the long term, and that is to accept it the best that I knew how to, and block those negative thoughts out. Because even still, there's those little nagging thoughts that will pop up in my head. Like, I'll still think, you're the only one your age with dentures, or, you know people don't take you seriously, or, whatever, just those little thoughts. And I treat them as fleeting thoughts. They could dwell if I let them. If I paid attention to them, then they would just, happen with a lot more frequency and intensity. And I would start to, subconsciously start believing them. But I don't do that. I don't let that stuff bring me down. I mean, even when it comes to taking my teeth out and brushing my teeth and seeing myself without them, like, I'll get those thoughts in my head, and I just try to think about the next task. Like, okay, I'm brushing my teeth, I'm getting ready to go to bed, and, whatever, and, next, or I'm about to go have some coffee, and, check the news, whatever it is that I'm about to do, I start to try to think about that and try to get those thoughts out of my head. I let them come and then I let them move right on. And that is what is helping me along so far, because I don't want to be that. I did talk about this kind of, but like, I don't want to be negative anymore. I don't want to be unhappy. You know, I feel like you choose your happiness. It doesn't choose you. Happiness does not just fall out of the sky and land in your lap. Like, you have to choose it. And you can choose whether you're going to be positive or negative. So your experience depends on you. And I mean, it all is up to you. All of it. Because even if the dentist made your teeth all wrong and you hate them and they don't fit and they're not comfortable and you can't eat and you can't talk and you can't do anything, they're not normal and you hate them, it is still up to you to make it right. It is still up to you to decide that you're not going to let that destroy you. You're not going to let that bring you down, because there is no amount of complaining and crying in this world that will change the situation. It is okay to cry. Trust me, because I've done it plenty, okay? And it's okay to complain to an extent, as long as you are constantly aware that doing those things is not taking action and it is not going to relieve anything you're going through. Crying is not going to make you eat your food better. Crying is not going to make your teeth come back. Crying is not going to make you like your smile anymore. It's not going to change anything. So if you're crying just as a relief, like, you know, to let out that pent-up emotion, then by all means, cry and cry and cry. But understand that it will not change anything. And that right there is one of the most important things to understand. Is when you are negative, you have to understand that those negative thoughts and ideas and images and feelings that pop up in your head, they do not serve much of a purpose. And they don't help you toward your goal. They don't help you towards being a better person. Like, it does not help. It hinders you. It hinders you, so you cannot feed into it. It will not change your situation. All it will do is let weeks turn into months, turn into years, turn into decades of you going on like that, being miserable. So my suggestion is to, right now, starting today, whatever your current situation is, you need to either accept it the best you can, or you need to do something to change it. Because all of those other things that you spend all of your time, effort, and energy on are not leading to a solution to get rid of your problem. So anyways, that's that. And about the whole self-help thing, it's not selfhelp.com, it's selfgrowth.com, I believe. Selfgrowth.com. I also, you can Google Zen Habits. They've got like a lot of good information. Steve Pavlina, I can't remember the exact name or whatever, but I mean, those are just a few of the websites that I go to. And I look up self-help stuff very frequently, because I think that what I have definitely gotten in the habit of doing is, whenever I see myself not doing something right, whenever I notice that I'm not being positive, or if something is stressing me out, if something is bringing me down, making me unhappy, making me sad, then I don't let it. I don't let it. I try to find the root of the problem and try to change it. Like, just quick, for instance, I am horrible at organization and cleaning and all of that. Like, I am chaotic, and I'm a mom. Like, how does that even go hand in hand? I don't know, but I was born that way. And it is a constant struggle for me, because it's like, I feel like you know, I've got to constantly be cleaning and organizing to keep my house like straight, and it just never works out. And I hate having to run after my kids and pick up behind them, and because they're young, and just I hate feeling like all day is dedicated towards cleaning. But then at the end of the day, when I'm like laying down in bed and there's like a pile, no, a mountain of laundry on my floor that's just been sitting there for days waiting to be done, just soda cans all over the place, glasses everywhere, just you name it. And it stresses me out because my environment just feels extremely busy. And I think, okay, I don't like cleaning up after everybody constantly, but at the same time, I think that I would much rather do that than to feel like I'm feeling right now. Not right now because my house is clean right now, because I learned. I learned that if you do a little bit at a time, then eventually it'll become second nature to not leave like a random thing just sitting around somewhere. You just, as soon as you're done with it, you pick it up, and at the end of the night, it makes your life easier. It makes you feel a lot better. So that's just an example of me finding something in my life that is bringing me down and causing problems, and trying to come up with a solution rather than every single day living in a mess and complaining about it. Like, if I'm not going to do something about it, like, why would I even complain about it? And I do that with every single point in my life that I can be aware of. Like, arguing with my husband doesn't happen much at all anymore. And an argument to us is a disagreement, which is not an argument at all, because people disagree and it's totally normal. But that's what I did. Things that click in my head that, okay, this is not making me feel good, that I do something to make me feel good. Like, I do whatever it takes to resolve that issue, accept that issue, or change it, or whatever, so that I don't feel bad. And that's what I did with my teeth. And it's still an ongoing process, and it's not at all like it was coming into this. I mean, it just, with time, everything gets better. Everything gets much easier to deal with, much better. And those thoughts very rarely come into my head, and maybe they come in more frequently than I think they do, but just because like I give them like absolutely no attention, who knows. So that is the thing. I was not born a positive person, and coming into this, I was not jumping for joy about getting dentures. I was not excited. It was not easy to get to the point that I'm at right now emotionally, but I can tell you it is way, 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 way better being like this than to sit in my bed crying about spilled milk, water under the bridge. It's something that I could not change. I can't take it back. I can't do anything about it. And if you're in the situation I was in, then you can't change it either. And no amount of crying will get things the way you want it. So, that's it.